Why?
Every day, same thing.
Sound travels a little slower for him.
Hey,
315 meters per second.
yeah, good evening, boys. Yeah, so today we just thought that we should start off something on mock orals. This has been in our mind for a long time, and there have been a lot of feedbacks which we have been receiving from the students, from shipping companies, from our senior chief engineers, masters, and other courses who are undergoing courses at HIMT. They all have been saying, so why don't you also check the competency of the students whom you train before they come to the MMD exams or before they come to on a ship. So yeah, finally, okay, this course is mandatory, so people undergo the course. End of that, when you go to MMD, there are candidates, okay, they could be very knowledgeable, but at the same time, probably the presentation skills, etc., needs to be polished, or how to face a surveyor at MMD needs to be known. For which reasons, there was a huge request on having this mock orals. And that's how it is. I did take a feedback last month from you all, and I think that was also one feedback based on which my mind started working on it, and we all internally worked on it more than, I would say, 100 years of knowledge wealth, I would say, because each of the faculty, Captain Rajesh, Captain Anand, Captain Subramanian Anand, each of them, even we put 20 years on average of sea service, you see more than 100 years of knowledge wealth has been gone into it. And the other faculty also were joined, and they all thought, okay, well, let's design something on this. And at very short notice, we also wanted to see the competence, because on board, emergency comes all of a sudden. It doesn't ring a bell. So I didn't give any notice to any of my faculty, so-called examiners now. Today they'll change the role from a faculty to examiners. So I didn't give any notice to them. I just 20 minutes back, half an hour back, I just thought of this idea, and then I told first the engineering side. So we just finished the class 1 oral, and we had really, I should say that one volunteer was Miss Pooja. She's doing our class 1 preparatory course, and she volunteered herself to be in the orals, and we just had her live on YouTube, and I think we just completed that, and now we just thought, let's go on the nautical side. And nautical side, now you all are going to appear for the second mate's examination, and we just thought, let's give a rehearsal to you all, how the orals, how to face in the orals. So this is a concept which we thought we'll do it today. So boys, I think, are you all ready? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
See, you don't have to pay any fees today for these orals. Neither, if you fail also, you need to again pay any fees for it. So it is only for your own self. It's only for your own self. I think you need to take this forward, because this is something which is going to benefit you all. And to a surprise, which I'm going to discuss now, which I not told the faculty. After this session, to test my faculty, I will have an orals for them. And that will be probably, if you complete this by 5:15, we will give them a 10 minutes break to drink water and tea, coffee. And then 5:30, let them come on live and let them be on YouTube and let the whole world ask them questions. I'll ask the whole world to just go probably next half an hour, 45 minutes. I'll try to send a link. You can pass it on to all your friends in any institute, any part of the world on ships, and let them come live on YouTube and keep bombarding with questions to our panel of examiners, Captain Anand, Captain Subra, to start with, and Captain Rajesh, if he's all I think who are there, okay. So Captain Rajesh is still requiring some time. So he has told, okay, so okay, please Captain Anand and Subra, short notice, we will.
I didn't ask for time, I said I'll escape.
You escape, okay, no problem, no problem. But anyway, this is a thrill. I like to have this thrill and suspense on. Captain Subra, would you be ready?
Ready, sir, ready.
Orals, and Captain Anand?
Sir.
Would you be ready, Captain Anand? You're muted.
Yeah. Yes, of course. Ready, sir.
Good. Okay. I'm sure that nobody, see, the two signals are going to pass on. One is nobody in the world is perfect. Nobody knows everything. The faculty's job is to see that as much as he can answer rightly, he answers it. And if he doesn't know, probably he'll say, I'll get back to you next day. And that's what it is. There's no fear factor. Even Google also, there are many things which you cannot search. So don't worry on that. So I think it's only the willingness to do it. So with that positive note, let's start. Let's kick off right now. Sorry, not the word kick. I'll say let's start off right now. And let's see if we can have right now. Boys, I think, would you like to have one external, one internal, or you like to have only one person? What would it be? Who would like to volunteer first? Then we'll give. Let's start this. Let's start this drill now, right away. Who would like to volunteer himself to take up the orals? Which candidate would like to do it?
Already have, sir, one Ashik.
Who would like to do it? Anybody? Just raise your hand, please.
Sir, Ashik.
Ashik, okay. Yeah, okay. So Ashik, good. Welcome.
Ashik, can you unmute? Yeah.
Yes, sir. Done, sir. Can you hear me now, sir?
Yeah.
The noise is still there.
Okay. So Ashik,
Chalega.
yeah, fine. So I request others to kindly switch off your video and let's try interacting with Mr. Ashik. And I'll have two examiners right now. Or you like to have one or two, Ashik?
So, two is okay, sir.
Huh?
So, one or two, it's okay, sir. We'll see what I can have reply to them.
Let's start with one only. Let's start with one.
Yes.
Let's start with one. Because this being the first time, because the concept of because when you go for MMD exams, you have one internal examiner, as MMD examiner, and you have one external who will be from the industry. That's how the concept is. And we wanted to give as much as experience you can. And since it's a short notice, we understand. So I think we are not going to bother on the dress code and how you need to present. That could be the next scope, we'll try to implicate that. For time being, let's go from the knowledge point of it and how you answer your orals, how you take it up. We'll try to do that. So, with your permission, because we are going live on YouTube, we require or rather that you're okay if you have been viewed by the whole world live right now. Are you okay with that?
Yes, sir. Yes. Yes, sir.
Thank you. Thank you for that. So with that permission, thank you very much. And let's leave it to Captain Anand. Captain Anand Subramaniam, I think, sorry, Captain Anand Subramaniam is behind the scenes. So we'll leave it to Captain Radhakrishna Anand, who has been principal of our Cattle Park Center and also a very, very senior faculty who has been teaching for the last 15 years his competency courses. So he'll be taking up, yes, over to you, Captain Anand, and we'll all switch off our videos. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
We have this 20 minutes of this, and then probably we'll give a gap analysis as to what basically the orals went, and we'll take your feedback. I'll come back after 20 minutes. Thank you, Captain Anand.
Thank you. Hi, Ashik, you're ready?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, you are unmuted. Fine. Okay. Right. So, basically, what type of ships you have sailed on?
So, I have done both of my ships are tangos. One was a crude carrier, the other was a product carrier, which carried black crude.
Okay. Okay. So, in fact, we'll be starting with function 1, of course. So, but I still would like to know the type of ship which you have sailed. Good. Now, let's start off with the first question. What precaution you will take while plotting your GPS position on your chart, paper chart?
So, precautions before plotting the GPS position on the chart. So, the plotting or the ply of our set square, that square parallel ruler that we are going to use. And we will note down the exact position on a paper and transfer it directly onto the longitudinal and lateral scale of the chart.
You will directly just plot that GPS position on a paper chart.
Yes, sir.
What is WGS datum? 84 datum, sorry.
Oh, sir. Sir, yes, I understood. We have to get the corrections for WGS 84 datum and then plot it onto the chart, paper charts. Because charts are coming with WGS 84 datum, then we have to apply the error and apply it on the chart.
Okay, good, good. Right. So the next question is, what are the various meteorological instruments which you have seen on your bridge?
So meteorological instruments, we have the barograph, we have we have the barometer and the barograph.
You had
And
both?
yes, sir, we had both.
Okay, good. Then,
So then the dry bulb and wet bulb temperature, which are kept in the bridge wing. And we have the anemometer on the bridge monkey island on the half mast. And
of course, the repeater will be down.
down
Yes,
below,
yeah,
yes.
correct.
And we had a hygrometer for if any density checks or something we have to carry out on the thermometers, normal thermometers also.
Okay, so you had additionally another hygrometer also, apart from what was there in the bridge wing wet bulb dry bulb.
Yes.
Okay,
And the Wolling psychrometer was also there.
whirling cyclometer. Okay, okay. Right. What corrections you had to apply to your barometer?
So barometer, the height of the bridge we have to apply so that the pressure is always taken from the sea level, but the bridge is at a height, so we have to apply that correction of height.
So what do you do with the correction? You add or subtract to your bridge reading?
So we subtracted the height, what the pressure as it comes up, it reduces. So whatever pressure we are getting, the correction will add it to it.
You need to add it so that you get
Add
it
it,
to the
yes. Sea level.
sea level. Okay. What is the purpose of having this wet bulb and dry bulb?
So the wet bulb and dry bulb thermometer, that set helps us to find the dew point temperature.
How does that help?
So for finding like in situations of cargo sweating of cargo or something where the air air mass can change into water and create situations which is related to cargo spoiling or something. In that situation, we can use this to find the dew point temperature.
Okay. What is meant by barometric tendency?
So barometric tendency is an observation, a barometric observation that we made at the current time to an barometric observation that we made 3 hours before. And
The comparison.
comparison between both of them.
Okay. Okay. Right. Now, what is the purpose of having manual update in your EGDIS? See, how do you update or correct your EGDIS? Yes, Ashik, you are able to hear me? Okay, okay. Let's just wait for a minute if he's able to get back. Yes, Ashik, you are able to hear me?
Got disconnected.
I can't find him only.
Want to go ahead with Dixon?
Yes, why not?
Dixon, are you ready? Yes, he has come. Can you unmute yourself, Dixon? We cannot hear you.
Yes, unmute.
Yeah, okay. Anand, yeah, Dixon is there.
Yes, yes, sir. Okay, it's just we lost Ashik. So, are you okay with it?
Yes,
Can
sir.
we just continue?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we'll go ahead with the same function one only.
Okay.
Right. So with function one, you heard what questions I had asked Ashik already?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And are you satisfied with those answers?
To my level, yes.
Yes?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Fine. Okay. No harm. Let's continue. Okay. What is the purpose of manual update in ECDIS? See, you already have means of correcting your ECDIS given by your service provider.
Yes, sir.
How do you update your ECDIS?
So by we get CDs and we directly put it into the ROM of this
Hmm.
and we can update it. Sir.
Okay. So that is for all the corrections, Admiralty corrections that will all get updated automatically. But still, you have something called manual update. What is the
Yes, sir.
purpose of having that?
That is for temporary information, sir, which we get like TNP notices and firing range.
VHF
Yes, sir.
links.
New information which we are getting throughout the voyage.
Okay, good. Now, how do you check the reliability of your ECDIS data? What means of checking you have?
I can compare it with radar, sir, radar screen.
No, what I'm interested in knowing, if you have an idea, what is CATZOC?
I've heard about it. It's a category, I think, zone of confidence.
Correct, correct, correct.
But
Okay, okay. I think that's very important to know, and especially as a second mate, this is something which is your bread and butter, so you cannot ignore that. Fine.
yes,
Okay. Next. Right. You have a vessel on your starboard side crossing, right?
yes, sir.
What action you will take?
I'll first check my bearing and range, sir.
Yes.
And if it is not reducing, and in ARPA, if I'm not getting any, if my CPA is not less than 1 mile, I won't take any action. I'll pass directly.
Okay. Only if it is less than 1 mile, you will take action.
That is our my company's CPA policy.
Other than company policy, what else is your guiding factor?
The depth of the water available, sir, to take action, and visibility.
No, that 1 mile, 2 mile, is it only companies instructions or something else is also important to know.
Good master standing order also, sir.
So, companies instructions as well as master standing orders are the most important things which you need to keep in mind. Good. So, anything less than company's instruction or master standing order, you need to take an action.
Yes, sir.
So, let's say it has come less than that. What action you will take?
Generally, as per gold rigs, I have to alter my course to starboard and pass astern of that vessel.
Can you alter to port?
Not advisable, sir, but if that other vessel is not altering and no, sir, cannot alter to port at all.
Why?
Sir, because if I alter to port and if that vessel also starts taking action, then it will result in
Why? He is the stand-on
close
vessel. Why will he
quarters.
take action?
Sir, no, sir, if he keeps proceeding the same course also, it will result in a collision or
No, what I mean
close
is,
quarters.
does any rule prevent you from altering course to port? Which rule? No, not sure. Okay, okay, fine.
Yes,
Let's
sir.
go to the next question. Right. Now, what are the entries which you make in the mate's logbook?
Mate's logbook, sir.
Yeah. Mate's logbook. What you write bridge on the bridge?
Bridge logbook, sir.
Bridge logbook.
So I write the checklist
No,
that
no, I don't want what you write. What is supposed
yes,
to be
sir.
written?
Supposed to be written, sir. Whatever happened during my watch, sir.
No, it has a format. No, just tell me that format.
Who
What
I
it
took
has.
over the watch from, sir.
Yes, yes.
At what time I took over the watch and
Hmm.
who I took over the watch from.
Hmm.
And
Don't you write the wind direction, force,
yes, sir. All
barometer?
weather. Yes, sir. All weather related.
That's what I want you to tell me one by one.
So we write the true wind direction and speed,
Yes.
and the pressure.
From where will you get the true wind direction and speed?
So we can calculate it from the apparent wind speed and direction which we get from the anemometer. Sir.
Okay, good. Then
And from the barometer, I get the pressure,
good.
and I get the dry bulb temperature and the wet bulb temperature from the Stevenson scale thermometers.
Hmm. Okay, fine. What I want is, do you remember one of the sentence which you write is compasses compared? Do you write that?
Yes, sir.
Which all do you compare? And for what purpose?
Magnetic and gyro, sir.
Correct. For what purpose?
We'll get this compass error, sir.
Just by comparing gyro and magnetic, you can get compass error.
So because we assume gyro to be true, sir, because in the previous ones also they must have calculated the gyro error. So we have that as well. So we get that.
Gyro is assumed to be true. Why take error at all?
So in the previous watch, like it is comparatively less than 1 degree, sir, generally. Gyro error. And in previous watch also they must have calculated the gyro error.
What if your gyro fails?
We have to steer with our magnetic compass.
Now tell me what is the reason for writing
Yes, sir.
that?
If we get the difference between this comparison between the magnetic and gyro, then even if the gyro fails, we can steer with our magnetic compass.
Under which all cases it is important for you to observe this and keep the difference in mind? When all you'll have to repeat this. You do it at regular intervals. That's one.
Yes, sir.
Under which other circumstance it has to be very important?
While plotting position in the chart, sir. Because all directions when it comes to chart has to be true.
Okay.
And
Okay.
when our heading changes, sir, so that since our magnetic compass is also affected by the ship's magnetic field, we have to change it as per the deviation card as well.
How do you make a deviation card?
Generally, experts do it, sir, who come on board. They swing the vessel and they alter the Flinders bar and the magnetic compass, which is on.
Okay, that is correcting.
Yes,
just making a deviation curve.
So we swing the vessel every 10 degrees and stabilize the vessel in that 10 degrees for a little while, and we take the values, the true reading and the compass reading.
Gyro and magnetic.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, what do you understand by weather routing? Weather routing services.
So weather routing, like WNI, these help us to predict, not exactly predict, they will give us information regarding these weather which we can expect in our voyage. we get reports every day, sir. And in those reports, we get information like fronts, pressure systems, movements, and if any TRS or cyclone is in a voyage, they will give us warnings.
Do they give you what course to steer?
Sometimes they
Courses to
suggest, sir,
steer?
but it's up to the master's decision.
Okay. Okay. Right. So, in Colrex, when you talk about what is meant by close quarter situation, can you explain that in detail? What do you understand by close quarter situation?
So any situation in which we don't have enough sea room to take actions. When the vessels are close enough, and the action we need to take becomes critical. If we let that close quarter situation persist without taking any action, it will lead to a collision.
So it means that for a close quarter situation also you're expected to take an action.
Yes, sir.
You have to take the appropriate action.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what are the various tools which are available to you as an aid to look out?
So I have my radar, VHF, primarily visual lookout, sir, and
Why do you say primarily?
Naptex. So because that is foolproof, there can be no error in that. And Naptex, sir.
Okay.
SATC also, sir.
Yes. Yes.
NBDP, and
I think you just finished GMDSS course, is it?
no, sir.
You're giving me so many items only related to GMDSS. Okay. Okay. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I think that's all. Sir.
What about AIS? VHF?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. VHF I already mentioned.
You mentioned now, is it? Okay. AIS? Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Audible lookout?
Yes, sir. Audible.
Yes. Right. What is the purpose of banvas fitted on your vessel?
So it was to make sure that the vessel does not go unnoticed. In case anything happens to the watchkeeper on OW on the bridge, so within 12, maximum banvas timing is 12 minutes. Sir. So after 12 minutes, alarm goes all over the ship. First, primarily to captain's cabin, chief mate's cabin, and then all over the ship, so that people are notified that the bridge is unmanned.
Okay. Right. What all information you can get from routing charts?
It's a movement of currents and winds.
How is it indicated?
So current is indicated by arrows,
Okay.
and the length of the arrows, they are proportional to the strength of the current. And wind is indicated by wind circles, wind roses.
Windrows. Strength?
Small bulb types. Strength is also indicated by the length and that bulb symbol.
Bulbs. Okay. Current, wind, then what other information? Routing charts.
That's all I could remember. Sir.
Okay. Okay. Right. What are the various errors related to your echo sounder? Echo
I don't know
sounder
the
errors.
exact names, sir, but Due to marine growth, the echo sounder may give false information. Due to shallow waters, because of bubbles passing under the echo sounder, we can get it, the waves can be reflected back, causing lower depth and causing the echo sounder to show a lower depth than the exact one.
Okay, so not covered so far for you here.
No, sir.
Okay, okay. Coming back to ship's routing guide. Ship's routing guide. What information does it give?
It gives information regarding major routes, uh, major sea routes for vessels,
Okay.
routes through the Singapore Strait and stuff like that. That like, and weather routing also gives this information. Major routes, they are connected in the weather map.
Okay. Right.
And gives information regarding the local regulations also, sir, for certain parts of the world.
Okay.
I'm sorry, the traffic suppression schemes and narrow channels, which are
Right. Traffic separation schemes adopted by the organization. All information will be given there.
yes,
Adopted by which organization?
IMO, sir.
So, what is the maintenance you carry out on your magnetic compass? Have you ever done something on board your vessel?
No, sir. We have never even opened the cover of magnetic compass. But
So,
we have to check for bubbles
ah,
occasionally, and
what will happen if bubbles are there?
so they will affect the movement of the needles. So it might show erratic readings.
Okay, instead of needles, if I keep a card, if I
The
keep a,
movements won't be smooth, sir, of the magnetic compass.
so you're telling me that this is going to cause a friction effect.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. So for that purpose, you need to remove it.
Yes,
Remove
sir.
the bubbles.
Yes, sir.
Any idea how it is removed?
So we add more liquid into it, sir. Distilled water.
Yeah. In other words, you replace the air bubbles with liquid.
Yes, sir.
So, as an officer on watch, you have received a message stating that there is a vessel in distress about 1,000 miles away in your SATC.
Yes, sir.
What will be your action? You're there on watch, that's it. So, what will be your sequence of action one by one?
So first I will inform master regarding this, sir.
Hmm.
And I will contact the nearest RSS. I'm sorry, RCC.
RSS, okay.
RCC, sir. Sorry.
Okay, okay. Right,
So
then?
so that if any other vessel is nearby and they are going to help them, I'll get that information from the RCC. And they will coordinate with us and ask us to do what is needed.
Okay. If you have received a distress relay message,
Not sure what it is.
okay, okay.
From another
Have you-
vessel, sir.
Distress relay, yeah. You have received in your MFHF DSC. You have finished GMDSS course already? No.
No, sir.
No, no. Okay, okay. Then probably you will learn it there. It's okay. Because that is where you will get a thorough knowledge of this actions. Okay, good. That's okay. Fine. So you are on bridge. You find that your autopilot is not responding properly. It's not able to maintain. Now what action?
you immediately take the vessel on hand steering and try to maintain the vessel in the appropriate course, which we are happy with. And also same things that I will inform master and engine room
Ah.
so that steering gear can be checked if there is any problem. And I'll inform electrical officer also to check the autopilot system. And
All this
I'll call
while
the
steering by
watchkeeper.
hand
Sir.
itself. Ah, correct.
I call the watchkeeper. Sir, if he's
So
not,
the sequence of
already.
action is very important. Correct, correct. So that should be your first choice of action, no? Call,
Yes, sir.
then okay. Now by autopilot, I mean hand steering also you are not having control over steering. Now what action?
Now, by this time, master would have come.
No, master was on deck.
If autopilot is also not working and hand steering is also not working, I will make sure like if there are any vessels nearby, sir, traffic density,
Open sea, open sea.
open system. Then I will make sure that I do not run aground any vessel,
No,
any load.
open waters, no dangers immediate.
I'll try to find the fault, sir. What is going wrong?
Will you use any other steering mechanism?
Emergency steering, sir.
Straight away emergency after hand?
I'm sorry, sir. NFU, sir.
Ah, okay. What is NFU?
Non-follow-up unit, sir.
Hmm.
I have to directly switch the autopilot from hand steering to NFU mode. And in NFU mode, if we give the steering to one side, it goes and stays there. To make it come back to midships, we have to again do it.
Okay. Fine. So you're going to take over watch, and it is coastal waters. So what all will you check as an officer on watch?
I will first make sure that my eyes are okay with the night, and then I will check the nearby traffic density. If any vessel is having a close quarters with me, or if any vessel is about to cause any trouble, and I will check the depth available, draft, and the course to be followed for the next 4 hours at least. And that's it. Sir. Any notices to be given, any reportings to be done, any special orders from master, when to call him.
Captain Anand, we are almost done with that time. Probably you can do the gap analysis for him and tell him where to improve, how to improve.
Okay, good.
Yes, sir.
Fine. I think you did answer pretty well, not having done GMDSS and just joined your second mate's course. So your level of answering was, more than what I expected. So that was good.
Thank you.
Few things which you need to keep in mind. Yes. One is, remember, these air bubbles are not only a source of friction. Air is paramagnetic, so it does cause errors to your magnetic compass. That is
Okay,
the
sir.
reason why you have to remove it. And
Yes, sir.
please make sure that when you get a chance later also to open up your compass binnacle, don't finger with anything. Please go through it. It's something which has a lot of heritage value to your entire shipping. So
Okay.
don't lose out on that. It's very interesting, right? The other thing is, when you take over watch, one more thing which I wanted you to tell me was about your EGDIS settings. How important do you think that is?
It's important, so the contour settings, so that I know where there is
Exactly.
shallow.
The whole picture can change
Yes, sir.
depending on what settings you make. So that's a very, very important thing to check.
Okay, sir.
Now, remember I told you about this composite compared?
Yes, sir.
See, whenever you make an alteration, you have to immediately compare it because it takes time for them to settle.
Yes, sir.
During that time, you need to compare it so that very often you will find that after alteration, suddenly steering failure, suddenly gyro failure, sorry. So immediately you'll have to go back, fall back on your magnetic compass. That time, if you remember what is the magnetic difference, you can
Yes, sir.
immediately start sharing that. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So this composites compared is something which you write because it has a lot of value in doing it during your watches. Right. So these are
Yes,
small,
sir.
small things which you can concentrate and improve upon. With time you are going to spend here in your second mates course as well as doing all other courses such as GMDSS.
Yes, sir.
You can definitely improve upon this knowledge so that you do even better in your orals. Good. That was
Yes,
good.
sir. Thank you.
Do you have any questions? Or is there any other way you would have wanted me to answer these questions?
Because I felt it was fine.
Okay, good.
Thank you, Dr. Anand. I think others could also probably switch on your camera, please. Okay, this was just the first trial which we made across our very short notice. We did have the mock orals the first time. I think it was live with you all observing on one-to-one calls. So we would just, I think, I think that Anand he did as examiner, he took the orals and we had a candidate answering it and also summing up with that particular function where the gaps were. So we would like to see your valuable inputs, please, from you students. How did you find the session? How did you find the session? We don't want to hear good, 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 but then we also want to hear how we can improve it further. Yes, gentlemen. The floor is yours because this is something which we would like to. It's in our heart to see that we wanted to start this so that the students get more confidence. So you're free to speak. Anyone of you? Any feedbacks from your end?
Sir, one feedback, sir.
Yes, please. Yeah,
Like after the questions, everything finished, they can ask which subject you are in very weak. So they can ask more questions in that subject so he can gain knowledge better.
okay. Okay. See, this was, I think we are going to have these functions basically. Uh, each function the student wants, which function is weak. Generally, a person would like to take the orals where he is weak. That's the concept which we developed this particular whole thing. But point well taken, because we again will have limited time. Because an examiner, when you are taking up the orals, he might spend about half an hour per function. He might take up orals. So yes, Captain Anand or Captain Sukha, who are going for orals regularly, what is your input on that?
Okay, in actual orals, we try to find a balance of both, where they are weak and where they are strong also.
Yeah.
So weakness alone is not our concentration.
Okay. Fine.
We need to find your strengths also.
Okay.
It's a good point. Fine.
But we'll note it down. Yeah, we
Yes.
want such inputs so that we'll concentrate on that.
Yes.
Yes, please. Any more inputs? Any more feedbacks, please? See,
First
lucky.
candidate Ashik, anything? Okay.
So yes, sir. Here, sir.
So any other inputs you want to give?
No, sir. I was okay with the orals. I couldn't complete it. My network went off.
Okay. So do you think that such sessions should be there, or it looks is going to be of use to you all? Gentlemen, I think if how many of you think it be of use probably you can put on chat. Will it be of use? So at least let's see. Yes or no? Just chat across. Yeah, why? Okay. Others are still thinking whether to put yes or no. Okay, fine. So I think, okay, answer to every, each of you have put yes. Good. So we like you all to further, I think, get prepared. Okay, as we keep progressing across, this being the first time without any notice, agreed that, okay, the candidate also was probably on a t-shirt from home, but then, okay, when the normal examination, when we give notice, yeah. So I would say that since we didn't give notice, point acceptable. But then when we are properly going for an actual MMD orals, yes, the way which you dress, the way which you present yourself, those things, those etiquettes also would be probably important, which will certainly, I think, it will come up. I'm sure that since the world is watching, people would accept that and would certainly pardon us that, okay, this orals was with a candidate in t-shirt, which otherwise would not be the case under normal circumstances. So once again, thank you boys for your time. I think you had a long day of classes, and then one surprise on board, you'll have emergency alarm rung at the end of the day when you're knocking off, and that's the time when some surprise will come. And then you have to be geared up, and that's what we did today. The whole concept was actually made on that concept only, that, okay, end of the day when you're tired, how does your mind work? And that's very important. Captain Subra, any inputs from your end, please?
Yes, sir. I mean, what I would suggest is when you're coming for these orals, you have to do a little bit of preparation also, because if you don't have the preparation, that means this orals, it's an important thing. So and so when you come for these preparatory orals and all that stuff, we will guide you towards how is your presentation, how to answer the questions, how to answer the right way, and how to be confident. Basically, that is that. I mean, you have the knowledge from your competency exam, written examination, but then the knowledge has to come rightly using the right words in front of the surveyor, in front of the examiner. So this will truly help you out in getting your true colors out.
Thank you, Captain Subra. Any observation from Captain Rajesh Raja? Any observation? You are an observer there. Any observation from your end, please?
The way the notice you had given, both Ashik and Jixon.
Slightly louder, please. Slightly louder. Yeah.
With the notice you had given, I think both Ashik and Jixon did more than 70% well in their answers. So I feel they both were confident. So that is something important. Because that is where all the fear starts. And the moment the fear factor comes, your answers will not come out of. Then you will be talking like a chicken only. So please use this opportunity. I say Captain Anand and Captain Subra both are real examiners in MMD. So what you are getting is a free mock, which I don't think so anyone will give you. So please use them. And I think these were questions, couple of them you can really expect in the exam also. Basically, you already got a paper leak. That is what has happened, oral paper leak.
Anyhow, I think sea is vast, ocean is big. Any question can come from anywhere. But okay, the idea, as Captain Anand also told, the idea of examination is not that what you do not know. So our intention is to find out what you know and to what depth you know. And if you know to this depth, it's sufficient or not. That's it. Nothing more than that. So nobody, including our faculty or examiners, would be thorough with anything and everything in the world. We will try it out this just half an hour from now. The time is now 5:10. By 5:45, we will go live again with a different concept with half an hour notice to Captain Subra and Captain Anand. Both of you will be on the receiving end, where you will be the students who will be asked questions globally, and not from students who are registered with HIMT. So they have a fear, probably, okay, they are my faculty, how do I ask the question? But now it will be global. You will have a question asked by XYZ Institute in Bombay or Kochi or anywhere. they'll come and they'll ask you questions on YouTube on a particular function. They'll ask, we are trying it out. It's okay in a trial, and let's see how we perform. So thank you, gentlemen. Thank you very much, and do join at 5:45 for that session where you can grill our faculty who will be so-called examiners that time and ask the answers. We'll have crisp answers for that, and let's try it out. Thank you.